I've been deep diving into AI tools for months now, trying to separate the actual winners from all the flashy noise. Honestly, most of them look incredible on paper, but they are completely useless when you actually try to ship content. At first glance, they all promise the same thing: slick demos, perfect avatars, and magic buttons for studio quality output. But once you try to post a video, the gap between the hype and reality becomes huge. Some tools spit out clips that look so artificial you'd be embarrassed to hit publish. Others are getting dangerously close to pro level, but there is a third group that actually solves a real problem for creators. That's where Vizard comes in, because it is the practical choice for creators who want volume and quality without burning hours on edits. So I decided to run 4 of the most talked about AI video tools head to head with no fluff and no bias. I built a real report card and graded them in 5 categories: realism, speed, ease of use, versatility, and cost effectiveness. Let's start with ease of use, which is something you only really know once you build a full project. One of the big players I tried can produce jaw-dropping visuals, but it is definitely not plug and play. You spend half your time tweaking prompts just to get a single 8-second clip that might work. For everyday creators who want to turn a long podcast into dozens of short clips, that friction kills your momentum. Next, I tried a simpler platform that is definitely more beginner-friendly, guiding you step by step through the process. It is solid for quick mockups, but the trade-off is obvious: limited variety and the same faces appearing everywhere. Then I tested a pro-level tool built for generative UGC that is immensely feature-packed. It is like handing a Ferrari to someone who has never driven before. It is powerful, but there is a steep learning curve. Finally, I tried a middle ground platform that felt cleaner, with a dashboard that is friendly but still requires post-production. Now, let's talk about the part that kills or wins ad campaigns: speed and efficiency. The advanced text-to-video model was painfully slow, requiring you to stitch multiple generations together. The beginner-friendly platform was much faster, but it caps your daily output, which stops you from testing at scale. The Pro UGC tool delivered the best speed numbers by allowing you to remix projects and batch generate across multiple actors. This is exactly where Vizard's role becomes crucial for the modern creator. None of the other tools are built to convert long-form content into dozens of native, short, viral clips. Vizard recognizes where the energy spikes, picks the best moments, and formats them automatically for platforms like TikTok or Reels. Quality and realism matter, and if your output feels fake, it will absolutely tank your campaign performance. Most creators don't need a synthetic actor. They need a tool that extracts the authentic viral moments from their own footage. That is Vizard's specialty, because it focuses on authenticity rather than trying to fake a new reality. When you look at versatility, some of these tools offer an entire studio, which is great but often overkill. Vizard's versatility is built around practical pipelines like auto-editing, smart scheduling, and a calendar that makes sense. Finally, we have to talk about cost effectiveness, because your budget can evaporate if you aren't careful. Vizard cuts through the cost by automating the grunt work that usually requires an entire team of editors. When you consider the time you save, the ROI becomes obvious. You can test more hooks and keep your audience engaged. The creator landscape has changed, and these AI tools are no longer just a gimmick. If you need fully synthetic humans, the Pro tools are incredible, but they are expensive and complex. But if your strategy is based on taking your existing long-form content and making it perform better, Vizard is the practical winner. It fits into a creator's actual workflow, rather than forcing you to learn an entirely new production pipeline. Stop leaving weeks of testing on the table by waiting for manual edits. If you are ready for a real next step, check out the link in the description to try Vizard for yourself.